that I don't really have a sense of my will, as if the things which happen, which I do, were offerings which I accepted, rather than objects I sought, like being on a track laid out long before you. But is this a great groove in the sky which draws all into it, or the rough historical contingencies of chance and habit? An addiction returns full force after a respite. I get turned into a sideline, a slideshow, projecting what has been neglected or even entirely forgotten, what defences or what improvements. But that can't help but form a feint to the more powerful pose that dictates virtue needs its shadows, awful ruse that runs me back to dip again. A knife amnesty of double-edged words, who would hold it up to glance off and backhand your friends in safe, in the knowledge striking out always looks back into your own flesh, till nothing beside remains, only the blade, tall and shining, burning over the desert. That something has a form and is a form, beckons me one over. A bell tolling in the distance gives form to air, to time, reassuring that my trials are really nothing substantial nor serious. Not even missiles shot over borders can change that, really, can they? That ostensive that designates a boundary that you fall foul of quickly. To dream of a burnt setting, a suddenly won-over knowledge of coruscating cruelty, of unlimited intelligence. Spin it, call it, require it, brought to book, to control its uneven presence. Okay, and I'll finish with poems that come from the final section of the book, which is also called Momentum. This section has an epigraph from an essay on movement therapy, which I'll just read. How might we embody an opposing hope in a simple movement phrase? Edwin Salter. Experiments conducted with glass and perspex were unsuccessful. Finally, a purpose-built collar that sits around the text of the open book has served to alleviate a number of problems, not least that of the fingers encroaching upon the image. The collar serves as an extension to the hands, undetected by the scanner's software. Even pressure can now be applied to the book, preventing indentations that would previously be detected on the final image. The collar also reduces the risk of damage to delicate volumes and secures pages that would normally move without the use of the hands. In terms of aesthetics, the collar has also improved the appearance of the image by masking unsightly blotches caused by extensive foxing or stains caused by careless readers. The resulting image is framed by a white border, hiding the sides and edges of the book. If you search for something good for you to be tilled, get nailed. She was close to Bisacer. She could not challenge. You must call on being honed over generations. Art gives nothing shelter in this moment of departure. A bivouac in the corner of a building site, or a tent by a railway. Barely transitive presences, not harmful, but destroyed with apparent impunity over again. The end of some utterly subjugated zone. Zero tolerance. This is one of the few poems in the book which has a note. It's simply dedicated to St. Dwynwen. It's a poem written on her kind of hermitage in Llandywyn. Ian would be able to pronounce it better than I can. Or Lover's Island, which is off the coast of Anglesey. You behind glass on an island hold a moving surface, a circuit of supplication. Applied, it takes the whole person away to listen to the waves all day, for what comes to land, or what unfolds landing. For you, nothing announces peace. You who would not be forgiven outside the institutions. I forget, repeating myself, what is it that really separates us? Virtual wave of emotion, serial encounters, figure against ground, ground back into ground. The specific despair of a poem recuperated as the general joy of the sequence. The book is not essential. It just affords occasional glimpses of... Thank you.